So Alicia Rees of Scotland will start in lane number 1, 7th at the British Championships this year. 11:36 in her heat to qualify for this semi-final. And Yamahung of Uganda, their national champion, starts in lane number 2, just outside 11.5 seconds to qualify for this semi-final. Let you soak up the big roar of Alexander Stadium. Daryl Neita of England goes in 3. Consistently now, the English athlete is under 11 seconds. Lane number 4, Natalia White of Jamaica, 10.97 seconds this year. In lane number 5, represented the Bahamas, Tainia Gaither, 11.19 in qualifying, just shy of a 10.9 athlete at her best. Rosemary Chukwuma of Nigeria took bronze at the Commonwealth Games in 2018 in the sprint relay. Outside of Chukwuma, Maximilia Imali of Kenya will start in lane number 7. Her second Commonwealth Games, the national record holder for Kenya. And completing the lineup of this third semi-final in lane 8, Bree Masters of Australia in personal best form this year. Raced at the World Championships in Oregon a couple of weeks ago. Now the Australian lines up in lane 8 of the third and final semi-final of the women's 100 metres. We've seen good running so far. Thompson Hira 11.05, Alfred 11.04.
On your marks.
Lancico and IE are the 2 in the non-automatic qualifying spots at the moment. And Neita, 10.97 in Oregon recently in the semi-finals of the World Champs, just missing a final place with that super quick time. 10.93 at her best. That's a lifetime best she ran last year in Zurich in Switzerland. So Neita in 3, White in 4, Gaither in 5. They're the centre lanes for this third and final semi-final of the women's 100 metres. First 2, as you know by now, guaranteed a place in the final in a couple of hours' time. It's a pretty even start. Neita, though, from England going well in lane number 3. Chukwuma of Nigeria in lane number 6. But a deafening roar from Alexander Stadium. 10.90 seconds. That's a lifetime best, a plus 1.1 metre wind. And I mentioned in the semi-final earlier, an athlete, of course, that had been disqualified in Oregon and had fire in her belly. Daryl Neita was gutted, understandably, to miss the world final, running 10.97, Steph Reed, a couple of weeks ago, and has come back here in the semi-final and run a personal best of 10.90 seconds.
Catherine, I was too shocked to even cheer, because as she was running it, it looked so smooth. I thought she was just putting down, you know, a good, safe, flowing run, but that was amazing. And someone else who will be thrilled with that, it's Daryl Neita's Nan. It is her 89th birthday. She's very happy, Nan's very happy. Let's see what Neita can do in the fun. How do you come down from this, though? I mean, you have to go back, you've got to reset. The job is not yet done.
That's it, you've got to go back, you've got to relax, you've got to tick over. You don't even need to warm up again when there's only 2 hours between a semi and a final. You just stay calm and loose. And look at that replay. Chukwuma of Nigeria in lane number 6 ran very well to get the second automatic spot, but that is daylight for Daryl Neita. Technically so smooth. British women's sprinting is on fire the last few years. Dina Asher-Smith, our world champion over 200 metres previously, leading a charge of young women, Steph, that are really flying the flag. But she's got to be calm, and we'll see her in a couple of hours.
She does, and everybody has been commenting in the last year or two about how Daryl has transformed in terms of her presence, in terms of her mannerisms, in terms of how she approaches the races. She's come in and she said, I am feeling good. I want to go for the gold. And you can really tell there is an element of belief that she is running with now.
Well, born in London, racing fast in Birmingham. There's going to be a super women's 100-metre final later.
I actually think it's easier to come back and run the final after you've done the warm-up and really fired up your body. I actually think the hardest part is running the heats, going to sleep, and then coming back the next day. It's also better for us as an audience. We get to watch the whole story unfold in about 2 hours.
Anita confirmed 10.90 seconds. One of the fastest British women of all time. Booking her place in the final. And I think Gaither and White are going to progress from that semi-final because they both come up at a time of 11.17 seconds. There's confirmation then, semi-final number 3, the big 2 Qs for Nita and Chukwuma. The personal best performance, and indeed Gaither and White are also through to that women's 100-metre final at 9:45 UK time. And there is confirmation of the 8 athletes that are ticking over in the bowels of the Alexander Stadium here. Do not miss it. A couple of Nigerians, an English athlete, Commonwealth representation across the board for the women's 100-metre final later.
I'll tell you what, Kath, Daryl and Anita looking very impressed with their Thompson here is going to have her work cut out, because I think